Alright, if you are here, welcome in. I'm just going to do another cooking video. We're going to make something easy and simple. I'm just trying to get my stuff set up. So today I'm going to be making some goulash. So I'm just going to get my onion ready. I had to throw a big bag of onions away. This is the only one I had left so far. I was disappointed because they got molded and I don't know what happened. Hi Janet, how are you? Welcome in. So I am making a frugal meal, and this is goulash, and goulash can be made many different ways depending on your preference on what you like to put in it. This one's going to have ground beef and onion, kidney beans. I've got some stewed tomatoes back here, some corn, some elbow noodles, and it's an option if you want to put cheese in it. My husband was like, don't put cheese in it. So if you want to add it to your own bowl, then that works too. It doesn't have to necessarily be that you add it if you don't want it. So I need to turn my heat on actually so I can get the ground beef going. And I found this ground beef on sale. Hi Northern Woman, how are you? So I got it for $4.42 for the pound, which isn't, I guess, too bad. But we're gonna ground this beef up. I actually need to move the camera so y'all can see what I'm doing in the pot. I'm gonna wash my hands because I was touching the ground beef. And I'll move y'all to the pot so y'all can see. Now this is a really good dish to make. Not only is it frugal, but even if you're one or two people, now this is for a family of 4, but even if you're one or two people, you can actually take a little bit and save it in a container, and you can freeze some of it. Hi, Alan. Yeah, it shows up backwards in the camera. I know. No, not, it's kind of, no, it's not really soup, Northern Woman. It's goulash. So it's more of a, it's more like of a thick stew kind of like. So I'm going to add here, I'll move you. Let's see if I can move you up so you can see what's in the pot. Y'all still can't see inside the pot. Hold on. Y'all can see a little bit, right? What's in the pot? Just a little bit. So to the pot, I'm also going to add the onions. This is a very, very simple dish. If you're like me and you don't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, you can also make this ahead of time. And we're going to add some pepper. We're just going to add a little bit of salt, not too much. And then we're just going to brown this up. We're not going to add anything else to it until the meat gets browned. And I'm not using a really greasy meat. I'm using, it's a lean beef, so there's not going to be too much grease in here. Hi Sharon Dance, how are you? Welcome in. So I am making goulash. It's a very, very simple thing to do. It doesn't take that much time. I mean, really the only time is grounding the beef, and then everything is going to go in it. You're going to heat it up, And when the noodles go in, then, you know, it takes around 8 to 10 minutes for the noodles to get done. So all in all, a pretty simple, fast dish. Not too, and the good thing too, guys and girls, is it's in one single pot. So you're not really having to use up a lot of dishes. And I like when you make meals that doesn't require a lot of dishes. So this is a one pot meal, which is really, really nice. Get the tomatoes open. So in here, if you're coming in, we have some ground beef, we have some onion and salt and pepper so far. And in this goulash, I'm going to put a can of the stewed tomatoes. And this is a 14.5 ounce can. I've got a can of corn, and I've got some kidney beans that I'm going to be putting in here, as well as the elbow noodles. And then if you want to, you can also add Velveeta cheese or some type of melting cheese to it if you want. My husband prefers that I don't. So if you have your own bowl and you want to add the cheese, then you can add the cheese to your own bowl. And we're also going to be adding 3/4 cups of water to this. So very, very simple. Oh, thank you, Mohammed. Thank you for coming on. Jamaica, thank you for coming on. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. And then, of course, I always clean up as I go along, so I'm putting my herbs back inside. I like to clean up as I go. So how is everyone doing? What are you guys cooking up in the kitchen today? What are y'all going to be making for lunch or for dinner? Hi, King. Welcome in. How are you? Yeah, Janet. I like one-pot meals, too. They're very, very easy. It makes it so much easier to throw everything into one pot and have a nice, hearty meal. Absolutely. Ah, you're having a sandwich for lunch. Nice. Hi, Mimi. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Hi, John. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you guys for being here. Everyone, don't forget to hit that thumbs up for me. Anthony, how are you? So if you're just coming in, I'm making a one-pot meal. We're having goulash. I have not had breakfast yet, so this is going to be my one meal for the day, and I am really hungry. Mimi, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's the good thing about replays, is you can always go back and rewatch. Whatever you miss, you can go and rewatch. Not a big deal. So the meat's almost cooked. I'm going to cook it until I no longer see the meat being pink. Want to make sure nobody gets sick, so I'm going to cook it all the way through. Oh, okay, so you just took some chicken legs out of the freezer, make a salad. That sounds really good. Something simple. Nothing wrong with that. We had chicken yesterday. My husband actually barbecued on the grill, and he made some pork and chicken. But a lot of the stuff, when he grills on the grill, we put it in freezer bags and we freeze it for upcoming meals. Like even with the chicken, if you have leftover, they make really good tacos or quesadillas or chicken and rice in the salad, or a chicken salad sandwich. And then he did some pork, and what else did he cook? Oh, some beef. like beef tenders or something like that on the grill. So you can see this is cooking up really nice. It's almost done, maybe just another minute or so. Yeah, my husband, you know, usually on the weekends or every other weekend, Sean and Dan's, he will grill. And I just love the smokiness of when you cook stuff on the grill, like the meat and stuff. And it just gives everything so much flavor and it tastes better. And then when you add it to the dishes, like say you're making a quesadilla with the barbecue chicken, man, I'm telling you, you want to eat things that have flavor. Hi, Ann. How are you? Wow, I think this is the first time you've been to one of my lives, Ann. Welcome in. So glad that you're joining me today. We're making a very simple dish. We're making goulash. Alright, so this is all cooked up. Looks nice and cooked. I don't see any pink spots in here. So we're going to go ahead and add the tomatoes. Yeah, I'm glad you caught me, Ann. I'm going to go ahead and put the juice in all. And then we are going to go ahead and add the 3/4 cups of water to that. And throw this away. If you need to add more water, or if you think you need to add more water, you can. Because we are going to cook the pasta inside with the with this. You only need 1 cup of the pasta, so of the elbow noodles. So don't put the whole box unless you're doubling the recipe or you're making a big batch. But when you're making a single batch like this, you do not want to overdo it because the pasta expands and it will soak up all the juice, so you don't want to put too much. So we're actually just going to put in the 1 cup like that. Hey, Dark Gaming, welcome in. How are you? And then we're going to let this cook. You want to let the elbow noodles cook in with everything for about 8 to 10 minutes because you're really just waiting for the noodles to cook and get done. So Dark Gaming, I am making goulash. Hi Katie, how are you? Welcome in. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it does look good. I'm actually really hungry because I haven't eaten breakfast yet. So looking at this, I'm like, oh man, hurry up and get done. I'm starving. But this is also really healthy. It's hearty. You got your tomatoes, you got your onions, you got your protein. And then we're going to throw in some corn and some kidney beans in it. It's going to be very, very good. And like I said, it's in a one pot, so it's going to be easy to clean up. Hey, Praying Couple Cooking Series, welcome in. How are you? Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Everyone hit that thumbs up for me. And I don't even have the timer on because I'm watching the time on the clock in my kitchen, and then I have a clock right here on my stove. So we're going to let this cook for about 10 minutes, and in the meantime we can all just chat with each other. And let me know if you guys made goulash before and what you put in your goulash. It's cooking now. Oh, you never made it before. Okay. So if you've never made this before, Praying Couple Cooking Series, it's you ground some ground beef, throw in some onion, and let that cook up. I threw in a can of stewed tomatoes. I'm actually going to add a little bit more water. And that's what you do. You just, if you need to add more water, add more water. It's not going to hurt it. Because you do need those noodles to cook. And then I have some elbow noodles in here. And when the noodles are done cooking, you can add, and you can add whatever you want to this. If you just want green beans and corn, you don't have to have the kidney beans. Throw in some green beans and corn if you want. Throw in, it's whatever you like. Oh, am I making you hungry, Anne? I'm making myself hungry. Because you want to make sure that nothing sticks to the bottom. You don't want your noodles sticking to the bottom. So don't be scared to add more liquid to this. Okay. And then I added some salt and pepper to it. Yeah, it is. It's a nice, quick, easy dish. Absolutely. And it's in one pot, so you're not going to be using up a lot of dishes. And it's amazing how, if you have a big family, or even if it's just 1, 2, or 3 people, or it's amazing that when you put things together, how much of an amount it makes. It makes quite a bit. This could feed a lot of people, you know. If you wanted to, you can make some garlic bread and have that on the side, or eat it with some crackers, or, whatever. It's endless. You can do whatever you want. It's a good thing about it. Oh, who doesn't love food, Anne? Hey, Mark, how are you? Welcome in. And then this hearty dish is really good for those winter months. Hey, Super Rainbow Queen, how are you? Welcome in. This is a real hearty meal to eat on those really cold days as well. So all we're waiting for is for this to finish up, and then we're gonna throw in the corn and the beans, and then we're gonna cook it a little bit longer, not too much longer, and then that's it. It's gonna be done. Hey, Cruz Koozies, how are you? Welcome in, everybody. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is maybe 2 or 3 times a week, I'll do cooking lives and show y'all what I'm cooking, because, everyone's got to eat, and why not? I mean, if I'm already cooking, I might as well show y'all what we're making. And This actually makes really good leftovers as well. I always think like the longer something sits in the refrigerator when it has time for everything to marinate, it always tastes better the next day, doesn't it? And guys, I'm that weird person too that I will eat this for breakfast. I mean, I really would. So, ooh, that sounds good, Mark. Yeah, that sounds really good. Yeah, that's another thing. Absolutely. You're absolutely right about that. When you go live and you watch somebody cook or watch those cooking videos, Sean and Dan's, you get to learn how to cook different dishes. So, absolutely. Thank you, Anne. Yes, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you want to, go ahead and share out my live if you want. I love to have new people on here. I love all of you guys. I appreciate you taking the time to join me. We're just waiting for those noodles to soften up. Yeah, me too, Janet. And I really enjoy those frugal meals, those, and I'm thinking too, like, what would everybody have in their kitchen or in their cabinets, or what can you pull out to make a simple dish? I'm all about simple, easy cooking, but a variety. I love to have a variety of different things, different beans and vegetables and meats and stuff like that. I think everyone needs a good variety in their diet for sure. Thank you, Anne. All of you guys that are on here, ladies, gentlemen, you guys all have wonderful channels. I'm watching. Don't think I'm not watching. I enjoy all of your channels. All right, those noodles. Oh man, that tastes so good already. I just tried a noodle to see if it was done, and I think it's soft enough. So we're now at this point, you want to go ahead and add in your corn and your beans. Get that right all up in there. And then you're just going to stir this around, and then you're just going to heat up the beans and the corn a little bit, so maybe 5 more minutes, and you've got yourself a hearty dish. And then after 5 minutes, at this point, if you want to add your cheese, you can add your cheese, but I'm not going to. Look how hearty this looks. It's like a thick stew. And then I think what I'm going to go ahead and do with this dish is I'm going to add in just a little bit garlic powder. You want to spice it up a little bit, add whatever seasonings you want to it to kind of ump the game a little bit on this meal. And we've got some onion powder, even though there's onions in it. We're just going to put a little bit of that in there because we like flavor, right? Gotta have flavor all up in here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more black pepper. And just a tiny bit of salt. It doesn't really need that much salt because there's salt already in everything in here. Hi, Bev. How are you? Welcome in. So, and I love black pepper. So we're going to add black pepper. And we're going to add just a tiny bit of salt. That is it. Give it another swoosh around. And I'm going to turn this off. And that's it. That is goulash. This is going to be very, very good. Very hearty and tasty. thank you guys for joining me on how to make this goulash. I appreciate all of you being here. Oh, Bev's been sick for 2 weeks. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you're feeling a lot better. Yeah, that sounds really good, Mark. Bruno, hi, how are you? Yeah, I think it's all the way. I turned my phone. Yeah, it's turned that way, Bruno, to where it's a full screen. Oh yeah, smoked sausage would be really good in this. Absolutely. And that's the whole thing of doing this. You can add bell peppers, you can add onion, you can add sausage, your vegetables, your tomatoes. That's all it is. Absolutely you could do that. You gotta play around with it and you can make some really good dishes like that when you play around with stuff. Absolutely. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. I really, really do appreciate all of you being here. I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm going to eat, and then I have to deep clean my room today. Yes, Janet, go ahead and make it. See how you like it. And let me know in the comments below if you want to rewatch and you want to leave me a comment if you made this or not. I would love to hear from you. And also let me know what you did add to it when you made it and see how it came out. All right, guys, I love you. I enjoyed your company, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.